Hello, today we are going to do a walkthrough and review of the Sawyer Scrapbook Workshop from Close to My Heart. The Sawyer Scrapbook Workshop is included in the current January to February catalog for 2022. These items are only available until the end of February or supplies run out. And given how popular some of these paper lines are, I would not be surprised if supplies do run out. So today we are going to do a quick overview of what is included in your kit. We're going to walk through what you would be doing in the workshop. We're going to talk a little bit about the colors, and then we'll do a little review of, which colors and elements that I personally like and I'm looking forward to versus the ones that I could probably live without. So in the January February catalog, you can see my pencil was holding my place there. The workshop kit is on page 21, and you have two different options here. For $39.95, you get these page protectors, so you have everything you need to create your pages and put them right in a scrapbook. Or if you don't have a scrapbook yet, those page protectors, they will keep your creations safe until you have somewhere to put them. Now, if you already have a lot of scrapbooks like I do, and you have a lot of page protectors, for $5 less, you could get it without the memory protectors. And that's typically how I buy it, just because I still have a lot. If I ever run out of my supply, I would probably just switch over to buying it with the page protectors, because it's just so easy to get everything you need. So I'll try to show you. Hopefully you can see close up. That's the catalog. You can see my little marks. The check means I wanted to make sure I bought this because I really like some of these colors. Excuse me, I have a little bit of allergies going on right now. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so the kit contents. So the first thing it contains is the Sawyer paper packet and the sticker sheet. And what is contained in that paper packet and sticker sheet? Well, let's see. Right here. This shows you everything that's included in your kit. So in your kit, you'll get this sheet of stickers, and that's a 12 by 12 sheet. And the stickers from Close to My Heart, they tend to be a little thicker. They're not just those really thin paper stickers that tear. These have, they're from cardstock, so they have even a little bit of depth. And I think it makes your stuff look more interesting in your scrapbook pages when it's not all just flat, thin stickers. So I really like that. And then your paper packet. So you'll get 6 sheets of paper. And what this is these are double-sided. So side 1 will look like this. Side 2 will look like that. And you'll get 2 sheets of each of these. So you'll get 2 sheets of this. So you'll see this on one side, then on the other side. And the 2 sheets is really nice because if you really like this design, you could cut that up and use it. But then you still have your second sheet where you could use this as accents somewhere. And yeah, it helps those patterns go a little further. So you get 6 sheets total of the double-sided designs. You get the sticker sheet. And then what Close to My Heart does is at the top of these sheets, if you buy paper in the store, usually there's like a barcode up here. Well, on one side of your page, they will put a design that is unique to the pack as what they call the zip strip. So it ends up being 1/2 inch. You cut that off, and then you have like a border, or you have a little accent piece that you can use on cards and scrapbook pages, which is kind of, a nice way to use up that strip that you'd probably otherwise throw away. So I think that's a nice little bonus. So back here, that is our first item is the paper packet. Next, you'll get 7 cardstock sheets. So it says here you'll get 2 Harbor, which is this green, blue. I love this color right there. So you'll get 2 sheets like that. And the cardstock from Close to My Heart, I don't have any. Well, actually, I have a different color up here, so I'll show you. This is for a different kit I'm doing. So what you'll notice is the plain colored cardstock. Each side of the same piece will be either a dark tone or a light tone. So when you get that piece of Harbor, one will be a dark Harbor, and then you flip it over, and your other side will be the lighter Harbor, which is nice because then you could choose if you want the darker or lighter to coordinate with what you're doing. So I really like that about it. And then the other thing, you might not be able to see this, but their cardstock has a white core. So there's lots of different distressing and techniques that you can use that bring that out and make it just pop out a little more in your projects. And I apologize, I'm gonna clear my throat for a minute because my allergies are just kicking my butt. Excuse me, I hope that wasn't too loud. Okay, so then the next thing you will get is 3 exclusive pattern paper sheets. So we saw over here, you know, the paper pack. You could buy this separate, and you could buy multiples of it, but this will have 3 sheets of pattern paper that you could only get in this kit. So you won't be able to buy it separately. You'll only have it in that kit. Which, you know, it's kind of interesting. I would prefer if they just released bigger paper packets separately and didn't make you buy the kit, but it's just a little perk for buying the kit. And then you'll also get 3 sheets of these die cuts. And the die cuts, they're just cardstock with something printed on it. And, you know, you'll pick it up and like you'll be able to push the pieces out. You won't have to do any cutting. It's all cut for you already. So you don't have to worry about having a machine. You don't have to worry about taking your scissors and trying to cut out those little details. You're all good. And then it also includes these die cuts that you're going to use, you know, as your little embellishments, which is nice. I think some of them are cute. I like the smile. I know like every scrapbook kit you get has the word smile in it, but I actually like it in that mint color. And then if you buy the kit with the page protectors, you get 4 page protectors. And then it also comes with photo placeholders and printed instructions. And the printed instructions are nice. I like how they include that because if you are going to a crop or something, you just grab your baggie that your kit comes in and you have everything you basically need to get started and get to work. And then the photo placeholders, I don't have any handy to show you, but it's nice because it'll give you a little piece of white cardstock the size of your photo, and you just put it on your layout and you know exactly what size photo you need for that section of your layout. And then down here it has a list of the additional supplies needed. Some of these you could definitely swap out for stuff you already have in your stash, like almost everybody has foam tape, you know. The borders, you could probably use any type of pattern stamp you have that's thin. The journaling pen, I definitely would just use whatever you have. Now the Harbor ink, I love this color. As you can tell, my ink pad is very well loved. That one, if you don't have the Harbor, I would recommend you picking it up because it is just such a pretty color. That is one of the things I love about this kit. So that is a look at the catalog page. It shows you some of the samples and some of the different techniques you're going to be using. So let's talk about now the colors in this kit. Now I don't have all the colors. So I did order some, but if they don't get here in time, I will tell you shipping is very slow right now. They had a really good sale over the holidays and they're running behind. But if I don't get my colors in by the time I get my kit, I will just substitute for colors that I have that are close to what they're asking for. Now this kit features peach, which I do have. This is the peach. Looks really bright on the pad, but this is the true color. And then it features mulberry, which I do not have. And mulberry is like the darker pink. You could see it here, kind of that darkish pink. Then it uses grape, which is, you know, a very purpley purple. Wisteria, I don't have that one yet, and it's currently on back order. I will tell you that I have been using a Stampin' Up! Wisteria Wonder, I think, a really old Stampin' Up! Ink pad, and it comes out very close to that. So that might not be one that you have to buy or wait to get if you have some old Stampin' Up! Stuff laying around. And then it also features mint, which is, this color. I don't have the mint yet either. I've also been substituting out my Stampin' Up color. I don't remember off the top of my head the name of it, but they have one that's close to that. And they've also used my Glacier ink, which is kind of close. Then the next color they feature is Harbor, which I absolutely love. And then Lemonade, which is this very bright yellow. And this is one thing I do like about the ink pads. They're magnetic close. And look at that. They stack like that. Oh, that's so nice. It is so convenient. So the bright yellow is the Lemonade. And then there's the White Daisy, which is, a white. And then we have Sundance. And this is one of my favorite colors. I love the Sundance. And that's kind of the more orangey items you see in there are the Sundance. So those are the colors. So let's get on to the actual workshop. So in this workshop, you're going to create 3 different layouts. This is the instruction sheet you'll get with it. And the front page will show you what you're going to make. It'll tell you what you need. So here's those additional items again. And what I like to do is when I get my kits, if this isn't facing out in my plastic bag where I could see it easy, I make sure this is facing out. So if I'm going to grab that bag and, use it at a crop, I know I can look right at it and tell, okay, this is what I need to pack with me. So, they've got your additional items there. Then you got your basic stuff: paper trimmer, scissors, adhesive, ruler, pencil, sticky notes. And then it tells you the photos you need. Now, I always put my photos on later, but right here, you could gather your photos ahead of time. And when you get done with this project, you could be completely done, put it in the scrapbook, nothing left to do to it. So, that's kind of nice too. So you gather your photos, and then it has the cutting instructions. Now, I will warn you, the cutting will take a while. It usually takes me, I think the quickest I've ever done the cutting for one of these guides is about 45 minutes. So pace yourself, be ready to cut a lot. What I do is, as I am cutting these, you see how they're labeled with the steps? I will show you an example from another kit I've been working on. I take a sticky note, I write the step, the project number, the step, I write the dimensions on it, and then I paper clip them together, and I keep them in a little bin. So then when I'm all done cutting, I have all my stuff together, and then if I'm ready for project 1, I just go through my bin, pull out everything that says 1. So that's my quick way to do it. But whatever works for you, it doesn't matter. And then one other thing to notice on here is, see these scissors? That means they recommend you cut that piece first. And usually that's because it's a smaller piece. And if you try to cut it last, it's hard to get that small of a piece when you're working with only a sliver of a paper, because you'll put it in your cutter and it'll be hard to hold it still and it'll probably come out wonky. So I would follow their instructions for what to cut first. So we've got several pages, and it shows you this is the piece you're going to cut. You want to cut it with the front facing up, because on some of the pattern papers that does make a difference. And it shows you how to cut, the harbor. And then they give you a page of instructions for each layout. And it'll tell you, you're using the light daisy for your base, and it gives you step-by-step exactly what to do. And then it has you stamping on stuff. You're going to use your sticky notes as a mask. So if you're stamping on something and, let's see. So I think like for this. So if you're going to stamp this border, you put a sticky note right here and right here. That way when you stamp that, you get only that little bit that you want out there. You don't get, it on other stuff. Or you could put the sticky note here. I don't know. It's up to you. I haven't done this yet, so I am kind of just making this up as I go along. But usually what I use the sticky note for is if I only want a little section stamped, you cover the other piece up and it doesn't get on your paper. This is the next page. This one has a spot for journaling. I am not very good at doing journaling on my pages. Usually I like to cut little journal cards and add it later because I have bad handwriting, and yeah, I'm too afraid of like spelling something wrong. So I'd probably cut out a piece of white and I'll do my journaling on the piece of white and then add it. So if I make a mistake, I could just, you know, redo it real quick. And that looks like Sundance right there. Isn't that pretty? And here's the next page. So this is project 2, the left page. I really like this moment sticker. I like how big it is, how it pops out. I like how they've framed their pictures with the harbor paper. So I really like the colors and how they pop. Here's the right page. I like how the journaling's on a separate piece of paper here. That always makes me feel better. I like the purple and the butterfly. That's pretty too. And this is the left page for the last layout. You know, I like how these look, but I will tell you, I always have trouble cutting the pennants. When I try to do the banners like that, when I cut in, I have not found a surefire way to make sure it always looks nice. So that is something I'm working on. And on this one, they stamped some of these borders on the plain parts of the cardstock. And it just makes your plain cardstock look really, really good. I like that. That's a good technique. You can also do some of that with a gel pen. You can put like dots or little lines or little doodles. And this is the final page. Ooh, looks like my paper got on something wet there. It's probably a baby wipe. So this one, again, you've got more journaling. You're doing the framing on the side with the ink. I really like that. I think it makes the pages look more finished. I like the little scalloped border. There you get some more of the inking. So yeah, I like that. So overall, I think this is a nice kit. I think the price is not bad for the amount of stuff you get, for the amount of layouts you create. Now, sometimes I still look at the prices of stuff now. I'm like, oh my gosh, $1 per sheet for cardstock. Oh, but that is kind of the normal-ish price now. Price would go up over time. I really like the colors. I love the harbor. And when we talk about colors, I will say Harbor and Sundance. These two are my favorites right now. I just cannot get enough of that harbor. So those, for my review, these are the winter colors. For the scrapbook pages, the ones you'll make, the one I actually like most is this one. So this one's cute, but I'm not too crazy about the shape, so that I could live without these little triangles, but I love this one. So that is my winner. Overall, it looks like this will probably take, I want to say at least 4 hours to get all of these done with all the cutting. And if you do all the techniques they show you, I would say the quickest would be about 4 hours. I'd say probably between 4 to 6 hours, depending on how quickly you work. But when you think about it, you know, that's for 3 layouts, so not too bad. And they're very high quality layouts. You know, it doesn't look like you just threw some photos down and sneezed some stickers on it. They look well designed, well balanced. They're really almost a work of art. So, well, that is my review of the Sawyer Scrapbooking Workshop. I have included a link where you could buy a copy yourself if you want to. I would greatly appreciate it if you buy from my Close to My Heart store. I am trying to gain 3 new customers in the next like 5 days, which I don't think is going to happen. But if I somehow manage to find 3 people to buy something from me, doesn't matter what, they will give me a prize. So anyways, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this review. I know I like seeing what comes in these kits before I actually buy them, so I can decide if I really want it or not. And please subscribe to my channel. Bye.